Welcome back to Talk Ottawa. Still ahead, we're going to talk about issues like the new smoking bylaw that came into effect and also the pedestrian bridge over the airport parkway and what's happened with that. But let's talk about this issue over taxi licenses, which generated a lot of attention. I'm not sure it's an issue that really resonates with members of the public, but it's an important decision that the city faced, and I think it'd be good to sort of grapple with it a little bit to understand what was at stake with this decision. So basically the bottom line is that somebody who owns a taxi license now in Ottawa can sell can sell the plate, where they could not before. Am I describing it right?
Yeah, I think, and I guess regrettably, in my view, that kind of the entire debate around the taxi thing really came down to that one element of the recommendations that came forward, because there were a lot of other good things in there, things that residents really cared about, like extending the reach of accessible taxi cabs to the rural areas, making cabs more accessible, easier to access. But what you're referring to is the notion of plate transferability, and the reality is that the vast majority, 97% of taxi cab plates are transferable, which means if you own one, you can then subsequently sell it to somebody else who has to be a licensed, trained taxi cab driver for them to operate. There was a small percentage, 3%, of taxi cab drivers, because of a change that had been made several years ago, who weren't allowed to do this. So making the change that we did simply brought everybody under the same, one fair rule structure for everybody.